Hi friends, 563 days over. Elon Musk claims that he foiled Ukrainian drone attack on Russian Black Sea fleet last year by breaking signals from Starlink during offensive, especially in the last phase, and thus the drones veered off. Now coming to war zones, it must be noted that all along the battle lines, the loss or gains of territories are limited, though the war attrition is pretty high through their mutual artillery duels, drones, tanks, other forms of weapons, including missiles, and thus causing huge losses to each other's men and material wherever possible. In south on Kherson front, nothing special to report. On Zaporizhia front towards Orikho direction, Ukrainians' effort to advance around Robotyno with armors has not been successful. 20 kilometers southeast of Orikho, the Ukrainian efforts to capture Verbov. Nothing special, however, they managed to gain few hundred meters of land. On Rimivki salient, Ukrainians have intensified operations towards the outskirts of Novomyorsky. In the meantime, Russians have recaptured positions in Pryutny direction. In east on southern flanks of Bakhmut, the Ukrainians' fronts are now active towards Uzharinivka, Kleshivka direction and probably have managed some minor gains. Some informations claim that Ukrainians moved into Andrivka and approached railway, but it doesn't look like so, as after initial gains they withdrew to their original positions. Nothing towards Sugledar, however, towards Marinka, the Russian army captured a position near east of Krasnohorivka and advanced in Marinka, while Ukrainian sources claim that they were able to repel the Russian counterattacks. Avdiivka fierce battle is continuing. Towards Opitne, after a fierce battle, Ukrainians have been able to make some marginal gains. As per ISW, the Ukrainian counterattacks on Bakhmut has increased but made no gains. In north, Russian army is continuing its offensive operation along Kupiansk-Swato-Crimea line. However, there are no confirmed gains. Russian army struck Krivoy Rog and it is said that they hit police department where Ukrainians along with NATO officials were having meeting. Though Ukrainians say that only one died and many injured, but seems the damage is much more. US has said that they have added depleted uranium tanks ammunition in latest Ukrainian aid, while Blinken claims that they will transfer seized assets to Ukraine for first time, and so is Estonian regime is saying loudly. Some other informations. Burkina Faso army arrived in Niger to conduct joint exercise. The situation in Armenia, Azerbaijan is deteriorating. Another conflict in making, I am not sure. In Morocco, more than 90 people have been killed due earthquake, and it's a sad news. As far as G20 is concerned, it is going on in New Delhi, India. However, as expected, no talks about poverty eradication from the earth, saving of climate, employment for the people, no war, and other related issues which could help the global people. In the meantime, in Manipur, northeast state of India, one is reportedly killed and more than 20 injured by security forces. The clashes started when more than 500 of one community wanted to enter into another one, and this conflict between the two communities have caused more than 100 dead and thousands of refugees internally. Lastly, a burning question for all of us: where are we heading to? Towards next world war, where the nuclear bombs will be used? And even if this war comes to an end, what is happening to the climate and our living standard? Thank you, friends.